Once again, this is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. We have a junior ring girl. All right, introducing first, in the blue corner, he is an independent fighter with a 3-1 record. He hails from Detroit, Michigan, and he weighed in at 167.5 pounds. Mickey, the Madman, Marsack! And to my right, fighting out of the red corner, he fights out of Victory MMA, Tuscarawas Judo. He has a record of 9 wins and 4 losses. From Dover, Ohio, weighing 170 pounds, Andrew Long. Your referee in charge is Dan Maltz.
Professional welterweight action here. Honor Fighting Championship 2. Mickey Marsack in the silver and black. Andrew Law in the black. Dan Maltz is the referee for this one. You can already see the size difference here. Andrew Law coming out southpaw. See how Mickey Marsack tries to get inside on Law.
If you're tuning in and this is your first time watching the fights, the pro fighters have a different rule set than amateur fighters. Elbows are allowed on the ground and elbows and strikes are allowed everywhere else. Head kicks are also available and knees to the head.
Right on cue, Law throws the head kick to demonstrate. A little bit of a feeling out process here in the first 30 seconds. Law now with the clinch, and of course he does have that judo background, Ben.
Let's see if he
judo since he was a little kid.
Let's see if he tries to keep his hips close and go for a toss over the side. Nice little hip throw.
See Marsack with that whizzer on the right arm of Andrew Law. Doing a good job also of controlling that left arm is Marsack.
If you see Law's trying to set up with that right leg.
Trying to step through, trying to load him up on his hips.
Very good. Almost, but he gave up his back.
That's the issue when trying to go for those throws is if you don't land them, you give up your back, and now Andrew Law on his back on the ground and with Mickey Marsack in half guard.
Now the guard is completely open. Law's not really controlled. Now he's starting to switch and put a little bit more pressure there. Some guys are perfectly content staying in half guard, just throwing ground and pound.
Especially if you want to try to throw elbows.
Yes, sir.
Hasn't thrown any just yet as Law regains his guard. Is still an open guard. Law, haven't seen him a ton in his career off of his back, but he does have a pretty good bottom game.
Law looks massive compared to Mickey Marsack. Just when he's controlling him in guard, you might not be able to see it right now, but when he had him in the center of the cage, he looked very big.
Of course, with those longer limbs as well, Law now looking for the triangle.
Setting it up. Good job. He needs to reach for his shin, and he's almost got it.
That's the benefit of having those long legs.
Using those elbows now to soften him up.
Got to eliminate any space, though, does Andrew Law.
But Mickey Marsack doing the right thing, going to the other side. Now he's getting himself in a little bit of trouble here.
This is tight. He might finish this.
Tight, yeah.
Needs a hook under.
There it is. He's tapped. There's a tap. This crowd is going nuts right now.
Great job by Andrew Law. Now 6-fight win streak for Andrew Law.
If you notice, Andrew Law did the right things. He started turning and going for an underhook under the arm to create more pressure.
Say hashtag respect the law. Welcome back to MMA.
I was going to say, you mentioned Law was trying to underhook the arm. He almost looked like he could have underhooked the leg, the thigh. Take a look here at the replay of the setup. Great setup by Law, using those long limbs. And we see him going for the hook under the arm. And Marsack taps. Great jiu-jitsu there from Andrew Law. And you see the huge level of respect from these two fighters. And I think a big sigh of relief there from Andrew Law, getting back in the cage and getting a win here.
Well, he answered a lot of questions.
I think the biggest question he answered is, what's next for you? Now you're 10-4. You're going to keep fighting on the local level, or do you think maybe he might be due for a step up here pretty soon.
I'd like to see him step up to the higher leagues and really see him make a push at a pro career. That's going to bring him in a lot of recognition.
Ladies and gentlemen, at round number 1 at 2 minutes and 34 seconds, your winner by tap out due to triangle choke in the red corner, Andrew Law. Andrew, stand here next to you. I believe that's your first fight in a while. Why don't you tell us about it?
That was my first fight in 14 months, man. It was a good time. I like being in here.
And I think that might be a 6-fight winning streak now.
That would be correct.
That's correct, yeah. What do you got moving forward?
Man, I'm gonna say that it was a long time just to get back in here. It was a lot of work, and it was truly just my pleasure to be here for all you guys tonight. Whatever's next, I don't know. We'll see when it's next.
Good job. We're glad to see you. We'll get you back in the ring again. Congratulations. I know that was a lot of hard work to get back to the cage.